Alright guys, how's it going? This is going to be the unboxing of the Hyperkin pixel art controllers. So as you see, I have here the Tetris edition of these pixel art controllers, and these happen to be Hyperkin's new like Super Nintendo style controllers, but with cool skins on top of it. There's plenty of these different types of skins you can get. The one I like was a Tetris skin, so that's the one I got. So yeah, without further ado, let's unbox this thing. Also, it's kind of cool though. This controller is also for the Nintendo Switch and PC, Android, iOS, so very similar to 8BitDo's controllers. They actually, 8BitDo also has a Super Nintendo style controller that I have that actually I'm probably going to compare this to. See if this is any better than that. Hold on, let me get my scissors. Alright, so I can't find my scissors, so I'm just going to use a knife, a kitchen knife. Probably not the best thing, but you know, there we go. Put that to the side. Oh. Alright, got that open. Slide this up here. Alright. People play the same games for centuries, like cheese crackers or card games. I think that Tetris falls into this category. Yeah, people still do play Tetris. So, stack with style, Tetris Hyperkin controller. Here we have the controller, and I have to say, if I can squeeze this out or get this box out, ooh, more stuff. Hold on. All right, so actually let's look at this real quick. USB-A to USB-C cable, of course, as always, male to male. Nice little braided cable. I wonder, this is probably, I guarantee you this is probably like 1 meter / 3 feet. Hold on. Oh, I think this is actually more than 3 feet. This might be 6 feet. Okay. Oh, cool. You get a cable. Looks like you get some booklets of how to, a cool little Hyperkin sticker. Thank you for purchasing the support from Hyperkin, and a manual teaching you how to do all the cool stuff, which I'll get into later. And the controller, if I can, yep, got it. Nothing else. And here's the controller right here, and let's take these off. Hold up. Is this a sticker? This is a giant like sticker that's not even like all the way on. Like, look at this. Like, you can see like the sticker is slowly peeling off. Like, what the hell? Are you gotta be kidding me, man? We are not off to a good start. Like, what? So you're telling me that these controllers have these fancy stickers on them? And it sucks too, because this thing got like an air pocket in the sticker itself. That is extremely disappointing. I mean, if you're gonna give me a controller, make sure the sticker's all the way on. But besides the static size of this sticker, I thought this was like printed on the controller shell, so I'm extremely disappointed about that. And I have to put the sticker, have to push this thing all the way down for the sticker to stay connected. Oh my God. All right, so back to the controller. D-pad feels good. The joysticks are definitely really small joysticks. The rotation feels a little good. Could use a little bit better rings, but because I can feel it rubbing on the plastic, but nothing too bad. So this controller, of course, I wasn't expecting full-blown triggers. So basically the L2 and the R2 are buttons, so it goes from 0 to 100. Let's see. It looks a lot like the 8BitDo's version controller, which doesn't surprise me. The ABXY doesn't feel bad at all. And the D-pad, it's decent. I'm really mad. I'm extremely disappointed in this sticker. This like I was expecting like it to be printed on the shell, not to be like a little sticker that I could just stick on. If anything, Hyperkin, you might as well just sell a bunch of stickers at this point then, if this is what we're doing. But holding the controller, it feels really nice. It actually feels quite comfortable, so that's really cool. Select and start is pretty cool. Looks like it has a Hyperkin little power button, and this looks like a turbo button, so yeah. Also, it's kind of cool that you got a little switch right here for if you want to connect it to the Nintendo Switch or to connect it to Bluetooth, so you can flip between the two, which I think is actually a really cool thing. It's actually interesting because I was wondering how they would do that compared to the 8-bit Do version of the controller. So yeah, as a matter of fact, actually, let me pull out my 8-bit Do. Okay, my Google just acted crazy. Speaking of which, let me grab my 8-bit Do controllers and let's see if there's any similarities, because I got the original 8-bit Do SN30 and the SF30 controllers. All right, so here we are with my two 8-bit Do controllers. This is the SN30 controller and the SF30. So unfortunately, 8-bit Do no longer sell these two shells because of obvious reasons. You know, that Nintendo gonna send your ninjas out on you when you sell products that extremely resembles the Nintendo Super Nintendo controller that everyone knows and loves. So, but with that being said, comparing these controller, this to this controller, the first thing I noticed immediately is that the joysticks are a lot closer, or extremely close, compared to the 8-bit Do controller. So it's kind of a little weird to see joysticks a little bit close together, but I also noticed that these joysticks are smaller compared to the 8-bit Do controller. Also, just looking at the button placements, basically very, very similar to the 8-bit Do's, the Super Nintendo version and the modern Super Nintendo 8-bit Do version of this controller. Basically, you got your hub button right here, start turbo button right here, start and select right here, or minus and plus. And the button layouts is almost the same, except for the L2 and R2 has like a unique shape to it. So, wait, this has the same. Okay, so they do have like little clips right here, and I wonder at the bottom. Oh, they do have clips down here. I would say the clips on the top though don't look like, they look very similar, but they look far enough, a little bit further apart on this one than this one. I'm gonna be right back. I'm actually gonna see if my controller clip for my Xbox controller can fit on these things. I am back, and I actually found my Xbox version of the 8-bit Do controller, and I found the clip that goes with it. So if you guys don't know, you actually can put the clip on this controller and able to play your mobile games using this clip for this 8-bit Do Xbox controller. I'm actually curious if this clip will fit onto this Tetris one, because it also fits on my regular 8-bit Do controllers. So I'm just curious. Let's see. No, it does not look like it fits. No. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was about to say, if the clip could fit on this controller, I would have been happy. I'd be like, oh, you could take your old original clip from this Xbox controller if you have this, and just slap it on here and possibly be able to play mobile games. But guess not. I guess Hyperkin's like, nope. You're gonna have to get your own clips. So that's unfortunate. But with all that aside, the controller seems to be well put together, besides obviously this sticker, which I'm extremely disappointed in Hyperkin for that. That is, you could have printed this on the shell. I mean, this doesn't feel so limited edition. But other than that, yeah, the controller does feel comfortable. Definitely do an input latency test. Let's actually analog test with these extremely small analog sticks compared to some of the other SNES style controllers I have, and yeah, let's just play some games and I'll give you guys my thoughts.
Alright guys, how's it going? We are going to do a joystick accuracy test with this controller. So as you see, I got the controller right here. All the buttons are working perfectly fine, but without further ado, let's do a joystick accuracy test. Alright, going over, one swell swoop, okay. 0.0 joystick accuracy, error rate, so yeah, that's pretty good. Looks like this controller has perfect accuracy for non-Hall of Fed joysticks. Interesting. I don't know how you guys pulled that off, but y'all did. Good job. But without further ado, let's do an input latency test. Alright guys, so here we are with X input tester. So right now I have my controller hooked up to my PC via Bluetooth connection. So without further ado, we're going to do a wireless input latency test for this controller. And here we go. I really just saw that big number at the very beginning. And let's see, this is taking a lot longer. I've seen a lot of 1s to 9s to 11s. Man, this thing is all over the place. Average input latency of 36.9 millisecond with a polling rate of 27. Okay, that is clearly not right. It looks like the maximum was 25,753, which is a clear outlier. And scrolling up this looks like it has a lot of 1s, a lot of 3s, a lot of 11s. Yeah, this controller is just all over the place with its input latency. I would probably say that this is below 125 polling rate, probably like around 100 polling rate. Because that giant outlier has definitely skewed the numbers right here. So, but yeah, I'll say this is like 100 polling rate with a wireless connection. But anyway, without further ado, let's do a wire input latency test with this controller. Alright guys, so here we are with the wire connection. So as you see, I have a USB-C to USB-A cable that's connected to my PC. Hopefully this decreases the input latency. So without further ado, let's give this a try. See a bunch of 7s, a bunch of 11s. 7-11, I haven't been there in a minute. Yeah, average input latency of 10. Looks like with a polling rate of 99 hertz. Looks like there's a couple of outliers that are 1923. It's definitely better than this is definitely better than the wireless connection, but I'm shocked because I thought this would be like a little bit better, like a solid 125 hertz with the average input latency of, you know, like not 8 milliseconds. I mean, it's good. It's not too bad, but yeah, it looks like if you want to have a better input connection, then a wire connection is the best way to go for this controller. Okay, so I've been using this controller for quite some time, and here are my thoughts on this controller. I have to say that this controller is a pretty average controller as far as performance wise. Yes, the joysticks are very accurate, but one of the problems is that the joysticks are a little too close to each other. So it is actually really easy for both of your thumbs to like rub against each other when you're doing certain motions or certain activities with this controller. Another thing about this controller is, even though it's like performance very average, with a wireless or wire input latency is pretty much the same, the fact that this controller has a sticker on its front shell rather than the design being printed on the shell. Because of that, because of the sticker thing that I mentioned before at the beginning of my video, it's like I have a lot of air bubbles inside of, but like between the shell and the sticker of this controller. And because of all the crazy air bubbles, I know that over time, like when dust gets in there, it's not going to stick anymore. Plus that over time, the cover is just going to peel off of the controller, making this a not so Tetris-like limited edition controller. You said this controller was limited edition. This does not feel like a limited edition controller. Other than that, based off of performance, style-wise, input latency, stuff like that, I think this is a controller that you give to like your little brother, or you give it to a niece or a nephew. This is like a fun controller to have, minus the sticker. And yeah, if I was to give this controller a rating from 1 through 10, just because you said that this controller is limited edition in the title of your controller, I'm giving you a 4 out of 10. For a so-called limited edition controller, a sticker, no. I do not like the sticker. Other than that, the controller performs pretty decent for a SNES controller. If you get this for a Nintendo Switch, I'm pretty sure your niece, nephew, brother, sister is going to love it. If you want a controller that can perform slightly better, I do probably recommend the 8-bit DOE version of the SNES controller over this because of the sticker. I'm just not a fan of this sticker over top of my controller, and especially because there's a bunch of air bubbles in this controller. So yeah, Hyperkin's limited edition Tetris controller, give me a 4 out of 10. You don't feel so limited to me. I don't like stickers. Alright guys, that is it for this video. If you actually like this review, you should do me a favor and hit that like button for me, and also don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I know I've been pretty inconsistent with my controller review uploads. I have just been busy with life and work, and that's pretty much what it is. I've just been busy lately, so it's been kind of difficult to get more of a consistent schedule for uploading controller reviews, but I do have other controllers I am reviewing that I am going to post later on. So just remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also that is a good reason for you to hit that notification bell, so that way you will know when my next controller review drops. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.